Good morning. Today we will learn functions of human resource management in HRM subject BBA second semester. And as we have discussed in previous classes about the human resource management, its objectives and its scope and its characteristics features, now we will learn the functions of human resource management. The functions of human resource management is widely divided into managerial functions, operative functions, and advisory functions. So let's move further and learn what are managerial functions. In managerial functions of HRM, we mainly see how the business is being set up and how all the business requirement needs are being organized and how people and the procured resources are being directed, and then after how things have to be controlled. So the first thing is, when we want to start a business and manage it, the first thing is we will involve human resource. So we will plan. Human resource planning means we have to plan how many number of people are required to a certain set of job, and um what kind of qualifications that we need for that, and also uh, whether it is whether the people that we are bringing into bringing into the workplace should be like intelligent by nature, or fit and uh, fit and strong by physical. If the job is related to physical work, and also you have to uh, and you also have to when you're planning the human resource, you also have to look, um, you also have to look for not only for the current situation, what are the human resources that you need, means the people that you're getting to get the work done. You also have to look for the future purposes, like if you are recruiting any, if you are getting some person to do a job, you also have to plan for his development, and also have to plan for and another person uh, who currently working, and in time of his absence, the another person who can do the similar kind of job has to do in the current employee's absence, and then so that the business can be, or any activity or operation can be run without any interruption. And let's move to the next part of managerial functions of HRM. Organizing. Organizing will make you, when you are getting human resources, means when you're getting persons to do a job, you also have to have an organized place of work where you have to get these people um, all the facilities that they need. Like if you're making them, take an example, if you're if you're recruiting a typist, then obviously you have to look for a person who is capable of capable and learnt the typing. And then after, you also have to have a typing machine arranged in the workplace, and also the stationery that is needed for that doing the job. And you have to have the and also not only people, not only machinery, you also have to make the working place uh, working place or facility uh, to be safe and secure, and also uh, comfortable to do the design job. Now when you bought the people and made your organization, organized your organization, like you organized a workplace like building, furniture, chairs, and all of the other facilities, like you have arranged you have arranged basic amenities um, like hygienic washrooms, the place where you will have your lunch, or any refreshments. So such kind of after making such kind of arrangements, and you pulling people to the workplace to work, you also have to direct them for using the you have to direct the human resource for using the facilities that you have created, and direct them to the work. And also you have to let them know what is the goals that you have set for doing the business, or what are the goals that you have set for um, as a managerial department. You have set some rules, regulations, norms. You also have to let them know what are the things that they have to take care, what are the policies and procedures that you have that they have to follow while working in this organization. So such kind of direction you have to provide to the people who are coming to your workplace. Then after you have bought the people, you have organized the office or workplace, and you have formulated the policies, procedures, and the rules and norms, and um, norms and rules that the people has to follow while working in this organization. And anytime you do have any issue of crossing or not following the formulated rules and regulations or norms, you also have to have the controlling methodology in place. You have to plan your controlling methodology so that you can get the people back to the directing, so that they don't incur any losses, they don't misuse the provided they don't misuse provided facilities. And also internally when you're pooling the people, there is a chances of conflicts uh, or differences in people who are working around in the organizing. So you also have to have a policy of how to control those um, conflicts arising in the workplace. So these are the primary managerial functions of human resource management. Now, and this is a sum total of planning that you will do before, or you also make them on a continuous effort of improving these functions while in the operative functions. Before you starting a business, before you starting your manufacturing or operations, these are the planning things that you have to look into. And then you have to go into the operative functions. When you start doing the business, when you start working with the people, and when you start using the facilities that you have created. Now when people start you doing work, the HR has to, the human resource has to get into operative functions. Like operative functions are recruiting and selecting. Recruiting and selecting is selection of people based upon the work, and you have to get the right people to do the right job. So you have to, like, any place where you need a qualified person, you have to look out for that qualified person, and then you have to select them for doing job for you. And in this part you also have to do the job analysis and design. It is not only just important to recruiting the right person, but even human resource has to have a knowledge of what kind of job that we do have to get it done, and what are the in and out features of that job. And you also have to do an analysis of what if the job is not done in a right time, or you also have to design what pattern or in what format that job has to be done. So when you're recruiting a people, and you have a job analysis which again rules out the rules and norms for that particular designation or post that you have recruited, and they have to work in the design, in the formatted design that you have planned. When a person recruited and he is doing job in a formatted way, and you're analyzing year by year, you have to do the third thing. You have to have performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is when a person is working on a job, you also have to let them know that how they are working. If they are not working properly, you have to get them direct. This is one of the uh, performance appraisal can also be a part of controlling activity. Like you have to let them know that how the planned work that you have given to him is, and his way of doing work resulting in, you have to give them a correct and true picture. Performance appraisal is not only you have to let the information saying that how the work is done, also it also involves you uh, negotiating the factors for the employee improvement, and also the salaries, and also the bonuses that they will be eligible for the performance they give to the work to do the job. Then after, training and development. Training and development is when you're getting people and you know what to be done. If you have any other specific trainings that you have to give to the recruited people, you also have to make them. If you have already recruited a qualified employee, then you also have to let them train on your organization specific training. And also development is not only limited to the organization, but the similar market in which the same kind of jobs are done. If there are any scope of improving or developing into where the jobs can be done more efficiently or effectively, such kind of trainings and developmental activities that you have to provide to the people who are working for your organization. This is one of the prime operative function that human resource has to work for. Then after, you also have to design wage and salary administration. Like for doing certain kind of job, doing doing certain kind of business which involves what is the remuneration or wages that you're gonna pay to that person, and what are the salaries that you pay under different heads. Like what are the basic salaries that you pay, what are the perquisites that you give to him, what are the facilities that they can get by the form of designation. You also have to design and also administer the wages and salary administration. In this topic, you also have to have a legal aspect where your wages and salaries are in sync with the labor laws in the country that you are working. Next, employee welfare. Not only the wages and salaries you have to administer for the employees that working for your organization, but also employee welfare. Employee welfare, you can term it as a basic facilities that you provide for the employees at the workplace, like a good washrooms, a good place of food canteens that they get, a good transportation system that they get, or any gifts, any um, any gifts or rewards that they will get while working with the organization. Also, any improvements that they need for training and development, any cost involved in training and development for that individual can also be covered from employee welfare. They can can company can provide funds from employee welfare for overall development of employee while working in the organization. And employee welfare will also be covered for any insurance policies for employees, employee families, or any hospitalization help or aids that they need for them employees and employee families. That those things are also will come into employee welfare. Then after maintenance, when you're getting people to work and you gave them a designed job, and you are and you're evaluating their performances, providing training and development, and also have formulated and paying out the wages and salaries that you have decided. Now, maintenance is not only maintenance of business, like business or workplaces. Also, employees have to be maintained, like they have to be treated good, they have to be maintained, like the maintenance parts goes to the workplace, where you maintain a healthy relation between the employee and employer, and you maintain your resources fit for doing those jobs, doing the designed jobs. And also you upgrade your facilities, not only upgradation on a material factor, but also on the people factor. You maintain people and workplaces to get the job done is one of the operative functions of HRM. Then after, labor relations. Labor relation is one of the biggest topic for human resource management. Labor relation is interlinked with the labor laws applied for the place that you're doing business, and at the place that you're doing work, getting people to work. And also labor relations, you also have to uh, plan and formulate, like even on the cross borders, any foreign countries you're taking help, taking help of the people who are residing in different countries. You also have to take a consideration of labor laws applicable to that country, and you have to have related to the country laws that you're currently operating, and you have to run the business in a cordial and acceptable manner. Next, personal research. Personal research is it is not only that you're getting people, you're getting job, you're doing appraisals, you're providing them welfare, you're providing them proper salaries and wages, and you also you're also following all the procedures and policies that are being formulated by laws that are applicable for doing a job or labor. Now you also have to take the feedback of the people that you're getting them to work, like taking feedbacks that how they are enjoying doing the how they feel doing the job. Are they are they are they feeling good for the wages and salaries that they are getting? Are there any are the welfare programs that are being sponsored to the people are giving the results that they are designed for? You have to take a feedback of the people who are coming to work for you, and this is one of the important factor for measuring the overall working performance of the organization and management. Uh, this is one of the prime factor where you decide how satisfied people are working with you and how satisfied people uh, to come to work with you. This is the deciding factor. Okay, now when you getting people, you get when you planned your jobs, you're getting people, you're administrating all the rules and regulations, everything. You also have to make personal recording. Personal recording is like every person will be treated as a separate legal entity for the organization you're getting them to work. So everyone details, not only like identifiable details like their identities, their qualifications, their you also have to record all those things, the recruiting and the job that they are recruited for, the performance appraisal for in the process of doing the jobs, and the training and development that you have provided, or any training and development that they have took from outside the organization and you have sponsored for them, any salaries and wages that you have paid for the work that they have done, or any money related factors that you have provided them being worker for you. And also also any the feedbacks that they have provided, like positive feedback, negative feedback, where you can improve yourself, such kind of all personal record has to be maintained. This personal record, a lot of organizations will be doing it in a uh, confidential manner. Like as I said, every person is considered as a separate legal entity. Opinions of every worker, opinions of every employee will be recorded in a different place, which different records uh, like a job record or service record, and those records will not be disclosed to anyone in the organization or anyone outside the organization. This is only purely for internal recording, that you have to maintain how that person is, how that person's conduct is, how that person has helped you do the job, how that person has given the has participated in the researches that you have done for doing your business or managing the business. So all those records have to be maintained for future purposes, and also will be forming a documented evidences for the activities that they have done when they were with your organization. So these are the operative functions of human resource management that they have to do. And the next part of um, HRM is advisory functions. Advisory functions is any place where you any place where you might be needing advices might be like you are not aware of any set of rules, laws applicable while you're doing your business or managing the businesses. You also have an another set of you also have another set of group where you advise top management to follow the certain rules and regulations, to adapt certain rules and regulations, which are, you can also make a research of how other workplaces are doing the same kind of job involving the people, or any conflicts that are being arising when they're doing job, how they are resolving the issues. You can go into the market and you can learn and advise your management to adapt those procedures and policies or the way of doing business to resolve the problems that are being erased in management and organizing. This can be internal and this can be any external, like you can take a help of consultants who are specialized in the subject, and you can take their advisory services and you pay them back for the advices that you get. Advisory for the personals is not only for the organizations, even any workers who are wishing to work in such a kind in a specified workplace or any specified businesses or organizations. Human resource management will also provide advisory services for the persons at a personal level. These are the advisory functions of human resource management. So I will conclude saying that the human resource management functions are primarily involved as a managerial functions, which says how your organization should be should be designed and how your job should be designed. Operative functions says that when you are getting people and have formulated a design for working, the operations, that the work that is gonna happen in your organization should also have to be done in a designed manner. You have to take operative functions, and then after, in the need of conflicts or in the need of improvement, you can also provide advisory functions. Thank you.